Hey, check it out, it's Adam and Kate, and we are down at Platform Calgary, which is that crazy looking building on 9th Ave.
Platform Calgary has been helping entrepreneurs and startups set themselves up and accelerate fast. So if you guys want to come check this out, these doors open in June. See you there.
Hey, check it out, we're down at Platform Calgary, which is that super cool looking building on 9th Ave across from the public library. And we are super excited to get a sneak peek from Terry Rock, who is the president and CEO. Thank you, Terry.
Thanks for having me.
Wow, thanks for having us. This is so cool. We got to take a look around and you're going to take us on a tour, is that correct?
You bet, yes. Be prepared. There's a big lap that we have to take here together.
I love it.
All right.
I didn't do my exercise,
Yeah,
so this is perfect.
get your steps in the platform
Exactly.
for sure.
But Platform wasn't always here.
Yeah.
Where were you guys before?
Well, what's really interesting about this is we're kind of emerging on the scene as Platform Calgary. We have been around the city in various forms for 40 years, over 40 years actually.
Really?
But most recently, we were up at the University of Calgary on the Research Park in the Alistair Ross Technology Centre. That entity now is part of the University Innovation Quarter, and there's a whole great plan to build out an innovation district up at the university. So that's really exciting. And over the past couple of years, we've been building this space, and we're just about ready to open it to the public.
And you've been running programs in here that actually is helping entrepreneurs and startups accelerate.
You bet, yeah. So actually in 2021, Platform Calgary served almost 1,000 different founders through our various programs that we run. Most of our program focus is kind of under the Startup Calgary banner. That is early stage companies. It's really people with ideas or just got their business off the ground, and we're giving them that community of support, really great mentorship, and then some core concepts they use to build their business, access to meet investors and those kinds of things that you really need to get your business going. And we think about it as we want more startups, we want them to go faster, we want them to get bigger. That's kind of really the goal here. And by doing that, over the next 10 years, we'll triple the size of tech in Calgary and create thousands and thousands of jobs.
Yes, I love it.
I love it. I love how well defined that vision is.
Yes. Yes.
There's a workshop of sticky notes over there that led to that, I bet.
Well, I tell you, we've been doing a lot of work about it. What's really interesting about the place when you think about it as this building and what it represents, truly something Calgary hasn't had before is a home for innovators. That's one place you can go if you're a founder, if you're an investor, if you're looking to work in tech, and if you are a corporation that's looking to engage the early stage tech community. There's now one place for that. And that we think is going to make things go a lot faster in the city, make it easier.
Well, absolutely. And it's so exciting that now everything we're opening up, you guys are opening up and they physically can see people again.
Yes.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, we've had a few trial events in here since it started, and it's unique space. I mean, we're in a parking structure and we're activating this really interesting future-proofed parking structure. And the curiosity around what this is has been really interesting to see. When people come in, they just absolutely love the vibe that's here.
Oh yeah.
And it's not fancy, let's be clear. It's the kind of place where you're gonna move a desk around and you might bump the wall, and that's okay. We don't care about that. It is a place to get work done.
I love
really
it.
important.
And it's funny that you said it's a cool vibe. The second we walked in, we're like, oh, the energy here.
Right?
Yeah.
You feel it. You feel the innovation. You feel the creativity the second you walk through the door.
Yeah, that's great. Well, it's good to hear because that's what we're going for.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
Right?
Nailed
We
it.
walked in and was like, oh, I can just take on the world in here.
Yeah.
Just give me a mug and a workstation. It's all I
Where
need.
do I set up? That's exactly what we said. This
Yeah.
is home. This is
Perfect.
so cool.
I'm curious, Terry, for you personally, what is the backstory where you had this epiphany where innovation is going to be my calling and I'm going to help build this amazing place?
Wow. Well, this is a long story, but ultimately I have a PhD in strategy, entrepreneurship, and innovation. I came to Calgary to be a prof at the University of Calgary. And I was not cut out to be a professor. And I studied innovation in grad school. And what I learned is that what really my strength is kind of pulling communities together that have a common interest, but maybe can't find exactly how to activate that common interest, and to know what their common vision is. So I was fortunate enough to be the founding president and CEO of Calgary Arts Development Authority, and I kind of implemented a similar kind of approach in arts and culture. We built the King Edward School Arts Incubator, C-Space King Edward School.
Yeah.
That was a project that I was involved in getting off the ground. And at the end of the day, this is actually about the kind of city we want to be. And I think about, over the history of how Calgarians have made our oil and gas industry cleaner and more efficient and effective. That's a story that not a lot of people know. And that's something that as a contribution that Calgary has made to the world. So innovation is actually embedded in the DNA of this city. I also worked in the brewing industry and was part of the wave where Calgary went from having 8 breweries to 40 breweries, and we did all that. And again, that's all these like really creative people that are innovative, entrepreneurial, and we just had to like give them the runway to do it, and they just went and did it. And this project was really interesting, is that Platform Calgary started with a group of Calgarians that are actually behind the Rainforest Initiative, which is really about creating a culture of supporting innovators in your city. And Rainforest is based on sort of when you parse out what makes Silicon Valley work, it's that I call it a generous culture of quick introductions, basically, your quick connections. So it's just, we're being generous and we're getting people connected up, so that it really is about the thing going faster. And embedded in that is trust. And so this was an inspiration to me. These people actually kickstarted the initial idea that we really do need a home for innovators. And so we transitioned this 40-year-old organization that was called Calgary Technologies Inc. into Platform Calgary to take on that leadership role for the community. And we've got the support of the civic government, provincial and federal government in doing it. And so now we get to actually turn it on and see how the community responds to it. Yeah.
It's amazing. I love the philosophy of giving, right? People come here and they get help and they'll get connected, and it's just about helping each other, and that's
so one of the things we'll see when we walk through, and this is a really important part of the story here, is that that is a no barrier front door. And what I want is for you might have a friend who's like, I'm thinking about starting something, or I don't like my job, or whatever it might be. Come on in, and you should be able to tell them, just go there. You don't even need to know what's happening, just that front door is open for you to walk through, and it's public space. So we've got about 5,000 square feet there that is like literally a front door walk through, and you can get to work with nothing else. You don't need to pay anything, and you'll be embraced by the community and get on your way. So that's like cool. Brand new. Like that doesn't exist here right now.
Goosebumps.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I know, I got chills. I'm like, okay, I'm coming to hang out with you guys all the time.
Yeah.
But that's really cool, because we know that so many people, they get that idea in the back of their head.
Yes.
They got the golden handcuffs on.
Yeah.
Right?
It's an issue.
Oh, I wish, if I could do it my way, right? And that's a hard leap to take.
It is.
And especially to take it alone, but you guys have set up a community here to help people.
Yeah.
And so here, we've got a bridge.
Yes, it's like we talk about 3 Ps: place, partners, and programs. And place is not just a building, it is a community.
Yeah.
It is people who are here, and they're they give back first, they give first. The other thing we noticed is there's over 70 partners that we have that'll be part of this story here, and they all share our philosophy. And so imagine before, we're gonna wonder, how did I ever find those 70 partners that have something to help me? Right now, all under one roof, easy to find, and then no matter where you're at, there's some kind of a program that's there to help you. So I really do think that it's going to be part of a wave of new entrepreneurship and innovation.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. So people that are excited about this, or maybe the possibility is tantalizing, what's the best way to get a hold of Platform right now?
Well, the best way is platformcalgary.com. Right there, you can immediately click a link and get set up with a 30-minute meeting with one of our frontline advisors. That's happening now. The physical place will open later in the year. I know that can be intimidating, but this is a team of people that is simply trained to ask you the right questions, to figure out what's the best next step that you should take and get you on track. They're not trying to sell you anything. They are absolutely there for you. We have 5 guiding principles. The second one is love founders. It is truly, we think that that's how we're going to change our city, is more and more people going from being job takers, those golden handcuffs, I got a job, to job makers. They're creating initiatives, companies, doing things that are going to create jobs of the future, securing the long-term prosperity of our city.
I love it. Amazing.
Well, thank you so much, Terry. We really appreciate you having us here and telling us your story.
It's a story I love to tell, so I really appreciate it.
Amazing.
All right, let's go on a tour.
Yeah.
Let's do it.